Hello and welcome to another episode of Modernist Mixing. Today we'll be mixing a song by the artist Dayvon Harper, and the song is called Karma Is My Friend, and the multi-tracks were made available by Produce Like a Pro. I've inserted the tracks into my mixing template and I've gotten rid of all of the tracks that are empty, basically. So we don't have a snare mic, but we do have two overheads that are apparently pointed at the snare and the toms. So we're going to see what we can do out of that. And we don't have any electric guitars or anything like that. We just have acoustics, a piano, vocals, and some drum mics. So this should be an easy and quick mix. So what I'll do is I'll play the song a bit and I'll do some basic leveling, and we'll start from the drums and move on. Okay, so let's see what we can do with the drums. Obviously, we only have 3 mics, and I left the snare and kick trigger tracks, so we might want to do some, gating and then triggering tricks that will let us add some, focus on the snare. But let's see. Let me check to see if they're aligned properly. So I'll turn these on and let it analyze. Yeah, I'll leave the aligner in place. We seem to get a tiny bit of bottom end, tiny bit of body is restored. Okay, so let me see if I can use some tricks with gating and triggering so we can add some more focus on the snare, which is quite, diffused at the moment because it's only picked up by the overheads. So let me check if I can use the Oxford drum gate and isolate this. Yeah, this kind of works. I'll use this on the trigger track. And let's see. I think this will really help. So these are the drum tracks. Go. Okay, yes. Alright, let me check if I can do the same thing with the kick. I guess I can. Yeah, I'll have to do the same thing for the kick as well. Let's turn on the trigger, and I'll also switch the drum gear. And I also need to add the aligner as well, because we don't want them to flam. Same with this trigger. So I copied the overhead snare track, which is here, so I'll copy the aligner on that track here. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so let's engage our clippers. I don't need the snare top mic anymore. Let's see. Alright, this sounds fine. Let me check what the bass has. There we go. So I'll copy this onto my distortion and chorus tracks as well. Alright, sounds good. What I'll do is I'll send the kick and the snare to the ambience, drum ambience, reverb, snare trigger and kick trigger. Also send the overheads as well. Let's see what the acoustic guitars sound like. Yep, send them to the reverb. Okay, let's see what these do. Okay, I might add some tiny bit of chorus on these. Where's my chorus? There we go. Yep, okay. And the pianos, okay. So, let's see. Yep, sounds good to me. Let's see what the backing vocals sound like. I'll turn on my default channel strip for the backing vocals, which is just a basic EQ, a light compression, and some de-essing going on. Why is it still... Oh, I forget to turn on my effects. Okay. Yes. Okay, let me see what the backing vocals sound like.
Coming to deal its hand on you again. Come as my friend.
So this is the double. What I'll do is I'll send these to the trusted Type A Dolby noise reduction emulation from Audio Thing. So what this does is it divides the audio into 4 bands. It was normally used as a noise reduction device, but they figured out in the 80s that it's a nice, sheen device that will let you add some high-end information to vocals, backing vocals most of the time, that will let you cut through a mix a bit more. Look. It brings back the breathiness into the mix.
My friend and I can't wait for coming to deal its hand on you again. Come as my friend, and now I can't wait for coming to deal its hand on you again. Come as my friend and I can't.
Okay, let's add the main vocals and see how they sit with the backing vocals. So there's only one track. I left the main vocals 2 track as well because I might want to cut and paste the chorus into the second track and add some more, reverb or stuff like that to it.
It hurts to hear the truth, and now I can't wait for coming to deal its hand on you again. Come as my friend and I can't wait for coming to deal its hand on you again. Come as my friend. I would never wish the worst, but I'm not wishing you the best. If something bad happened tonight, a part of me will feel so right. I got that off my chest. I'll never second guess getting me out of this mess. And now I can't wait for coming to deal its hand on you again. 'Cause come as my friend and I can't wait for coming to deal its hand on you again. Come as my friend. When it burns, can't wait for coming to deal its hand on you again.
There's a tiny bit of annoying frequencies going on with the overhead, so I'll add soothe and let it handle that high mid trebly.
And now I can't wait for coming to deal its hand on you again. 'Cause come as my friend and I can't wait for coming to deal its hand on you.
Yep, let's add some tape saturation. So this is soft tube tape. I checked with a frequency analyzer and found that the B setting introduces the most amount of harmonics, both even and odd harmonics, so I'm sticking to this. So the A and C setting are basically non-existent in terms of added harmonics, so I'll leave it at B. And I make sure that the volume meter hits the 0 mark, so I might, adjust the amount depending on the mix.
I got that off my chest. I'll never second guess getting me.
And what I usually do is I use this high frequency trim that lets you shave off a tiny bit of the high end or restore it if you have less. So I'll usually dial this back to like 10 o'clock.
Out of this mess. And now I can't wait for coming to deal its hand on.
See, it softens up a bit. Gets rid of the upper end fuzz. So Kelvin.
You again. 'Cause come as my friend and I can't wait for coming to deal its hand on you again. Come as my friend. When it burns, hope you learn. It's what you earn. You don't give, you just take. You don't fix, you just break. Oh, life is what you create. And I can't.
So because the performance is quite dynamic, what I'll do is I'll cheat a bit and I'll use Melodyne to even out the syllables. So this is really cool. I could use some tuning as well, but never mind that for now. Sounds okay. So this, I'll show you again this note level in macro lets you make quiet notes louder. So I put this around 50 to 60, and then make loud notes quieter. So I move that around to 20, so they kind of meet in the middle. So I press OK, get rid of this.
Loving you takes 40 hours. I did my time, I paid my dues. But this endeavor has gone sour. Now I'm holding all the power, 'cause you wouldn't last a second in my shell. It hurts to hear the truth, and now I can't wait. And you again come as my friend, and I can't wait for coming to deal its hand on you again.
So I'll turn on my master chain. So this is a Gullfoss master. It kind of acts like a smoothing dynamic EQ.
Come as my friend.
See, if this is working too much, I mean, look at the scale, it's like 4 dBs. So if it's moving like more than 2-3 dBs at times, I know that there's something wrong with my mix that needs, more attention. So I set the recover and tame to about 18%. I find that with unbalanced mix, the Gullfoss master tends to work a lot even at these, moderate settings.
Again, come as my friend, and I can't wait for coming to deal.
So this is a parallel compression plugin.
Again, come as my friend, and I can't wait for coming to deal.
So what I want this final clipper to do is to just to shave off the transients. Right, so if I'm hearing anything tonal like the bass or anything like that, I know it's clipping too much and it's going to be audible distortion. So I just stick to the transients, and that allows me to give the mastering limiter a few more dBs before it starts working. So I'll go back to K-clip, remove the wet setting.
I would never wish the worst, but I'm not wishing you the best. If something bad happened tonight, a part of me will feel so right. I got that off my chest, I'll never second guess. Getting me out of this mess, and now I can't wait for coming to deal its hand on you again.
Since we don't have that much of instrumentation going on, just acoustic guitars and a piano, I feel like this could benefit, the music bus could benefit from something like Inflator. Inflator, let's see. Yeah, let's see how that sounds in the mix.
Its hand on you again. Come as my friend, and I can't wait for coming to deal its. Wish the worst, but never wish the worst. A part of me will feel so right. I got that off my chest, I'll never second guess. Getting me out of this mess, and now I can't wait for coming to deal its hand on you again. 'Cause come as my friend, and I can't wait for coming to deal its hand on you again. Come as my friend.
I can try is... So what I did was I delayed one side of the piano for about 50 milliseconds, which creates a harsh effect, meaning that it pushes the two tracks to the sides even further. So this will probably cause you to lose some mono compatibility, but it gives a lot more space to the vocals in the middle. So let's see how this works. So what I do is I pan the right to the whole left so I don't get affected from the pan noise. So because the pan noise are in effect when you just switch to mono from the master fader, it will use this 3 decibel attenuation thing that allows us to perceive that the level has not changed when you pan stuff. But most real-world mono speakers are not wired that way. They're just basically wired the left and right together, which doesn't have any pan noise or anything like that. So what I do is I just move the right speaker and feed it into the left speaker, so any pan noise is just cancelled out. And when I switch that to mono, that's the true mono that you're going to hear if you hook this up to like a mono Bluetooth speaker or something like that.
Come as my friend and I can't wait for coming to deal its hand on you again. Come as my friend. I would never wish the worst, but I'm
Good, we're not losing too much of the piano, so we can still hear it, we can still hear the arpeggios and everything, so that's good. Okay.
But I'm not wishing you the best. If something bad happened tonight, a part of me will feel so right. I got that off my chest. I'll never second guess getting me out of this mess. And now I can't wait for coming to deal its hand on you again. 'Cause karma's my friend and I can't wait for coming to deal its hand on you again.
Okay, so at this stage, I'll just take a break and I'll come back and listen to the mix on my speakers and in the VSX rooms and see if I need to do further tweaking in any of the rooms. So some rooms are revealing that my bass and kick are not, playing nice together. And then I'll print it out and I'll leave a link in the description so you can download the track and listen it in your own environment. And once you download the tracks and mix it yourself, you can compare it to mine. So I hope this was interesting. See you in the next video.